I left. What the hell am I doing? You probably know one of those stories where people fly back and forth around the world just for this one chance. And I always thought, I will never do that. I could not even imagine doing it. Yet, here we are. This is the story of how I flew halfway around the world for a job casting after I left traveling the world and my girlfriend behind. Once in the air, I started thinking a lot about how this journey has started, how grateful I am for all those precious moments and memories, and how weird it is to fly back to the country I formerly left, just for a job. What the hell am I doing? Success would mean to travel the world for 3 months and making video content for BRACENET. Everything paid, including the gear. But what actually motivated me the most was to get the chance to have an impact. After landing in Hamburg, I had one day of rest to calm my mind. Before it was go time. And just like that, it was all over. Still jet-lagged and tired, I tried to sleep on a 6-hour bus ride through the night, until I would find myself stranded in the neighbor city of the town I used to live in, literally waiting for my mum to pick me up. Since BRACENET did not pick anyone at the day of the casting, there was time to bridge until the day of the final decision. I caught up with friends, lived with my family, visited new friends we made on travels, started working out again, but mainly I would just isolate myself and work. When I would talk to Kat, with each call and text message, I would not only miss her, but also feel disappointed. I would feel like missing out. She went to Malaysia to see awesome places, street art, little turtles, even tinier turtles. Big cities at the coast, surrounded by the green nature we both love so much. She met new people, went on new adventures, kept on learning about this amazing world, and even planted a mangrove tree herself. More scenic landscapes, more nature, more travels, more of what she loves, what I love, what we love. I was missing out. For sure. Meanwhile, I received an email that said, "Thank you," and many kind words, followed by, "We're sorry." What the hell am I doing? Of course I packed up. Of course I would go back. Traveling has never been an escape for me, though going back to travels at this time meant not only going back to what I love and like, it meant going back to my life. But there was also something that changed during my time in Germany. The first time I went off, there was a lot of excitement. I couldn't wait to see the world. This time, there was a lot of grief. When I arrived in Germany, there was something I felt subconsciously that, within this time, turned into certainty. I've lost home. The feel of it. It just didn't feel like it anymore. Germany just didn't feel like home anymore. On the other hand, I never lost connection. I never lost contact, friends, family who are still supporting me even though I left them. Even though I'm leaving again. What the hell am I doing? Flying halfway around the world, not getting the job, losing home, leaving friends and family again. Is this who I am? After all that, I was looking forward so much to our reunion. I imagined it being tearful, joyful, intense, like a movie scene. But that never happened.
So, what's the point of all this? Was that all meaningless? Was this one big failure, just one stupid mistake, wasting money, time and energy? I don't think so, no. Not at all. It was a great and, even though a very beautiful experience, I somehow had to make. I had to make uncomfortable decisions. Decisions I've never ever made in my life and never thought I would have to make. And it was also an experience that confronted me with my true feelings about home, friends and family. All that happened over half a year ago, and this is not Kuala Lumpur, this is not even Asia anymore. Of course it is not. There are fir trees behind me and I'm wearing a sweater. For those of you who are following me on Instagram, you all know that very well, because Instagram is the place where everything is up to date and you've seen what all happened in the meantime. If you don't follow me yet, I think you would definitely want to come along for this part of the journey. There is also one thing I did not communicate on Instagram nor anywhere else, one thing only close friends and family know, and if you'd like to know more about that, please stay until the end of the video. So, reunion. It was a completely different experience than I imagined it. I imagined it being very romantic and overwhelming. All that never happened. I had a time where I felt quite isolated, actually even isolated myself on purpose, missing the travels, missing Kat, while Kat had this beautiful experience on traveling on her own, making all her choices on her own and just living the full freedom without me. And I feel that very often on social, the travel couple life is so miscommunicated. It all seems so very easy and very natural, and it almost seems that if you're not happy as a couple on travels, you're doing it wrong, which is a big misconception I would also like to do another video on. So if you have any advice, any comments, any ideas or questions, please leave them down below in the comments. Eventually, and you know that we found each other again as a couple. We traveled Malaysia and Indonesia in the meantime, explored the oldest rainforest of the world and learned amazing, unexpected but also saddening facts. We learned how to dive, walked the edge of an active volcanic crater, and even went down to the world's largest acid lake. I started changing the approach of my videos. I don't wanted them to only be about me, only about travels and inspiration. I wanted them to be about the things I care about the things I love. And we live in a time where it is no longer enough, at least not for me, to simply just do my thing and hope for the best, but where we have to decide who we want to be, what do we want to stand for, and to speak up if we really seek a change. Meantime, the job casting I went to, the job I applied for, even all that is over. BRACENET decided for Jenny, who did an incredible job, who did a very awesome job. And I want to say, I don't even know if you care for that, but I'm proud of you. I'm proud of how you did that all. And I know very well that traveling and working, traveling and creating at the same time is an incredibly difficult task. If you would like to check out Jenny's journey and her videos, I'll link the videos of BRACENET up here and Jenny's Instagram to follow her to new adventures, whatever may come in the future. I'm personally stoked for that, her Instagram down here. Speaking of traveling and creating simultaneously, which is what I have done for longer than 1 full year, even working and freelancing in the meantime to somehow finance my travels. Not on a very professional, not on a very good scale, though it worked out. But I decided that I no longer want to do that, which is also why there are fewer and fewer videos coming up. Just because, on the one hand, it just has been that creating and working simultaneously while traveling has always taken away a little bit from the experience. Even this scene here, it took me forever to find a place and the time to actually record this, though I have planned it for over a month or so, and the video up until this point was edited for weeks. The same with the Freedom video I'm so very proud of, and that turned out so lovely. If you want to check that out, I'll also link it up here. All that took me forever, and I just really want to take the time to ensure a certain quality to my videos and to give you really the best I can give you. Not something I make up in the meantime, but something that really has something to it, I guess. And again, I do not regret anything. Nothing. Everything that happened, all our travels, how they revolved, and everything that is just... I love it. The last 1.5 year, I love it. This has been the time of my life. This is the time of my life, and we are now in a new country, our absolute dream destination. We are in New Zealand, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, but this is the last country we travel.